last year in the Navy, 1946, we flew around the Caribbean. It was beautiful down there. It's the first time I'd seen the Texas, the Texas coast, which is beautiful, but that was the first time I saw the Sargasso Sea and all the lovely stuff from Bermuda on down. And I said, gee, I got lots of time on my hands. So I bought oil paints. I bought an oil set and I started to paint. And my first 2 pictures, and I had no instruction. I just did them. And that's how I got started. As a little kid, I loved drawing, but well, I was the typical little boy. I drew animals, automobiles, and airplanes. I also liked to sculpt in clay, but again, I made things little boys would make. And I really didn't think at that time of becoming an artist, but I always loved making things. And then when I got out of the Navy, I decided I'd like to take art formally. So I went to the Art Students League, and that's basically how I got into it. So my pictures come really from everywhere. I find it in nature, I find it in people, I find it in other art. I find it in music. The Italian masters, the Flemish masters, the modern masters, the Impressionists, all of them. Vermeer, just literally all. There's lots of them I love. Each one for a different reason. I've been painting 60 years. I've done everything. Done realism, I've never done really non-objective work. I don't find it much of a challenge, but I've done literally everything at one time or another. Right now, I'd call it synthetic cubism. That's the closest. It's synthetic is you take it apart and put it back together. So it's synthesized. It's called synthetic because it's synthesized. Analytic is pulled apart. Synthetic is put back together. So what I do is synthetic. I play music all the time I work. I enjoy it. I have an extensive music collection. So that's important to me as I work. But mainly it's to have the materials. Because I never know. See, I work with lots of different materials. The end product is usually done in oil. But to get there, I use everything. Oil sticks, pastels, literally everything. And when I get the urge, I like to grab this and grab that. And I like to have it available. The way I work is I start out with ideas. And in small scales, you can see in the studio lots of little things. Some artists say, you hear quite often, they say to know when to stop. Because many amateurs don't know when to stop. You got to know when to stop. But also to know when you're satisfied with it. And sometimes I think I've got the picture finished, and I find out I don't. And it's a lot of fun, just seeing where they go. I think the way I will be remembered, not as the greatest artist that lived, but a damn good artist in his day. Not a Picasso. I'll probably be remembered like a Child Hassam or someone on that ilk.